Hi there, Z here. And for those of you who actually enjoy watching my videos, to all of you out there who can't wait for the next one to come out, and this isn't going out to the people who watch my stream because a lot of you know I stream more than I do YouTube videos, but I really do apologize for the delay that it's been. You know, there's been so much shit going on in my life. This is my little YouTuber standing on a soapbox type thing. But there has been a lot of stuff going on recently. It's, I've had a little sickness recently here. I had a little tickle in my throat, a little tickle in my throat that I didn't really want to portray through the video. I also had pink eye. Nobody wants to see me in glasses because they're big and bulky and dorky. Nobody wants to see that. And then I also had graduations to go to. I had birthday parties to go to, and I've been hungover most of the time. So there's just been all that stuff going on. Plus just a little tiny thing, just a little bitty thing that's happened to me between the last video and right now, and that is cancer. I have been diagnosed with cancer. As well as AIDS, actually. AIDS, it's a new type of AIDS that's been infused with, like, gonorrhea and syphilis. They call it some weird name. It's like gonosypha AIDS or something like that. It's a big word. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't know the word. And then as well as all that stuff, there's just a little sprinkling on top of Nazi propaganda. And I looked on WebMD, I talked to doctors, and they all said that this isn't a huge, surprising thing. This happens to a handful of people. And there's been a correlation between all of these people. And it's anybody who plays the game Rust. And the weird thing is, I can't get enough of it. I can't stop playing this game that's obviously killing me inside. I just can't. I don't know what it is. It's like a part of a domestic abuse case where it's like, it's not Rust's fault. No, it's my fault. I'm the one who decides to keep going back to Rust. It's not Rust. It's the people that he associates with. He loves me. He treats me different than the thousands of people that he treats. God. Oh, Rust. So let's talk about it in the next recent episode of Alpha S. Let's fucking do this head on! For those of you who don't know what this cancerous AIDS of a game is, let me bring you up to speed by showing you a typical gameplay would be like. Survival game, right? You'd start with a multitude of people, and some maps actually come up to about 350 people with people waiting in queue to get into that map. Yeah, some of these are actually pretty popular. You spawn with nothing but a rock and your sexy feminine or male parts. You run to the nearest tree and you start chopping at the tree with your rock, fucking barbarian style. Halfway through chopping, you feel a spear stuck so far up your asshole, you can taste whether it's oak or cedar. Respawn. Okay, look around to see if there's any other dickheads. Coast is clear. Start chopping again. Get through a couple of trees before, bang, you're dead. Okay, respawn. So there are guns in this game. I didn't know that before, but knowledge is learning, knowledge is power. It's nice to know that I can be shot at any fucking point, and it's also great to know that someone wasted precious bullets on a man who has nothing but a rock, a torch, and just a handful of wood here. Smart people, these players are. Smart people. Okay, respawn. Find a tree. Cut it down. Run to an opening. Make a blueprint. Build a house. Get a door. Damn, this is looking pretty fucking great. And now I actually have protection.
Well, how's it going?
Are you building on my property?
I might be, yes.
You should walk on home, boy. Move out of here. This is our land.
Are you fucking serious?
Stuck in your... Oh, God! Okay, so in all honesty, building a house out of straw probably wasn't the best idea ever. I think I remember a pig doing this in the past, and it did not end out well with him. Next building, I'll just make out of stronger materials, no problem. Get back to chopping down a tree. Are you fucking kidding me? Respawn, chop wood, mine ore, get hungry, kill a fellow asshole because you might as well be part of the Borg instead of fighting against it. Harvest the body for nutritional meats and fatty acids, eat them raw because fuck life, die due to cannibalism, respawn, run to the nearest house, ask for some fucking help because you're a sad, pathetic noob that you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Get shot, respawn. Try your best to harvest enough wood for a spear so you don't die like a mentally retarded pig. Get jumped by a group of naked fucking noobs with rocks who laugh at you in their fucking 12-year-old voices, respawn, walk out in the middle of the ocean and drown yourself because that's the only power that you have in this game. How to fucking kill yourself. Respawn, press F1, type kill, repeat until rage quit. Welcome to hell, population, this fucking game. And you want to know the weird part? You want to know the fucking weird? I love this game. Yeah, I do. I mean, after a while, you start to feel like a maxi pad because you're constantly surrounded by cunts who would rather kill you than talk to you. But let me explain why I like it in a pros con list, okay? I like these lists. Let's do them. They're the best list. Pro, massive amounts of people to interact with. And like I mentioned before, I mean, most of them want you killed rather than talked to, so... Shit, that might actually be a con. Okay, con, whatever. Fine, yeah, just go ahead and take that. But what about the amazing landscape? You actually feel like you're isolated in the wilderness with all these big trees and random rocks and animals that could fucking kill you. Oh yeah, I guess there's a lot of gross-looking player base. So, yeah, con, I guess. But building your own base is really the most satisfying part. When you make it out of stone and everything looks neat and you start stacking up on resources... And then a nearby bigger clan takes all of it with a bunch of C4 and a bunch of cockheads and, wow, you know, yeah, that's part of the cons list too. Okay, fuck it! You know, pros cons lists are overrated. I fucking hate those things. Look, I'll be straight with everybody here. Should you waste your time on this game? For a good 60% of you, absolutely not. The community sucks. Not as toxic as, like, League or something like that, but not that great. 80% of the people will kill you for the scant amount of resources that you have gathered when you think that you are safe in a base that you made out of stone and love and time and power. Given through explosions and cunts, they will break in, take your stuff, and kill you in your sleep, destroy your sleeping bag, and then fuck off so you can never get back to it. Getting to a good enough area to make a said base where you have an appropriate amount of wood, rock, metal ore, food sources, hemp and clothing, and loot crate spawns that have gun parts and everything high-tech in them, and still be far away from a big, dangerous clan is nearly impossible. This game legitimately has to be one of the hardest multiplayer games that I have played in a long, long while, but let me be fair with everybody here. For those 60% of you that heard of what I said and they said, fuck you, Zach, you know, I could do it. Just because you suck at games doesn't mean I have to suck at games. I can make a base and have people fear me and be a warlord and run the biggest, baddest clan ever. And for those people, I would have to say, seriously, good luck, pal. I really, really, really wish the best for you. I hope you can get the experience of the pure satisfaction that you get when you know that opposed to 300 other active users on this fucking game, you made a base strong enough to deter other people from breaking in, you made it as impregnable as you could, you survived to gather the minimum resources to make said base. You are good enough to not only live, but thrive in absolute hell. And when you finally make your first actual gun, not the stupid shit flintlock pistol or anything like that, but an actual AK-47 or a semi-automatic rifle, I swear to you, you will be hooked. Mainly because you could start pushing around people like people did to you the entire time, or you can actually stick up for the small man and fight back against anyone who might want to steal shit from them. You'll want to build more bases, ruin more lives, or make new friends. The world is so much more open to you. Will you help out that naked man desperately trying to just build a little shack and live and let live and not die in the first fucking 10 minutes? Or will you be the asshole who kills him and runs away with his 15 pieces of wood? Will you feud with nearby assholes, only allowing the best man to win? Will you survive in a world that is constantly opposed to you and make a dynasty that most would fear? Well, you know, I really do hope it works out for you. And I hope to see you at the other end of my rifle as an ally, not an enemy. Up until they wipe the fucking servers and you gotta start all over. Fuck you, Rust!
Just saying hello.
Well, hello there. And goodbye. What do you want? I'm naked here. I don't know. Oh, I see how it is.
Oh,
Little
yo,
bitch.
yo, chill.
Now, will this be for everybody? No, I can tell you right now, some people will build a base, put their heart and soul into it, treat it like Minecraft, and be like, this thing is so great. It's like my baby. It's like my baby. I built it out of nothing. I made sure I didn't die from the noobs who just wanted my resources. I made sure to hide away from people that I saw with a gun. I picked a spot that was perfect for me to expand and excel, and then what happens? People come and fuck with you anyways. Will this be for everybody? Absolutely not. Will this be for the people who are hardcore and they thought, well, fuck this game, I'm never going to come back to it. Then 10 minutes later they think, you know what, I still have my base. I might as well just keep playing. That's me. I don't know why I like this game. I know I liked it at the beginning, and I can tell you guys right now, I enjoyed this at the beginning because you can make your own life. You can make everything from the bottom up, to building your items, to harvesting your equipment, to build the walls of your base. All of it was you, unless you're with a clan and then it's all of you, or with your friends or something, then it's a portion of you. But you guys made that out of nothing. You started this game with a rock and a torch, but no one ever uses a torch because if you light it up at night, guess what happened? Rambo'd your ass. So that's why I love this game, and this is the part where I can tell you guys which person would like it. If you are determined not to let life kick you around, you will love this game. If you're the kind of person that likes to quit after dying for 20 times to people just trying to take your shit, you might not like this. You might not like it the second time someone kills you, because I know what you're going to be thinking, because I've heard it from my cousin. He doesn't like this game at all. He hates this game, and he tells me why. Why waste all of your time building up your resources, building up your defenses, if someone's going to inevitably come by and destroy it? And I can understand that aspect. I can. But at the same time, you have to realize sometimes you're not worth it. Sometimes, like, you have to make yourself in this game, you have to make yourself look as low-key as possible. Now, that doesn't mean make your base out of shitty parts, because guess what? They're going to come over and destroy those shitty parts. You make it out of rock, maybe metal, but you don't make it like this huge, massive structure. Because the bigger the structure, the more people are like, there's probably a shit ton of resources in there. We should gather our people and go. Make it small to medium-sized buildings. And this is going into how to play the game, which I don't want to do. I mean, I have noticed a few things, so if anybody wants to see, like, a hints on surviving solo in Rust, I only have 70 hours on it, so I'm not a master at it. But if anybody wants to find out, then by all means, just leave a comment, leave a like, you know, tell me however you want me to do it, because I do have several things I could think, probably not something I won't be able to find in Rust. And a lot of people might be thinking, well, what about this community? You did say that they were toxic, not you know, league toxic, but they were toxic enough. What do you mean by that? And it's weird. Like, every single server that I've ever done in my entire life, like, people have just been putting Nazi symbols in there, Hail Fourth Reich or whatever like that. And the only time I've ever seen anybody get banned is if they had a ping higher than like 700 or 350 or something like that, and if they say the word nigger.